Hi everybody, Dr. Kevin Hyde here with Pinellas Anxiety Specialists. Today I want to talk a little bit about 4 other strategies that you can use to help deal with anxiety or stress. So these are exercise, a gratitude journal, social connection, and valued living. So these are some things that maybe you wouldn't traditionally think of when you're trying to find ways to cope with stress or anxiety. So the first one you might have heard of, or your doctor might have told you, which is exercise. So we all hear this when we go to the doctor that we need to move our bodies a little bit more. And this is something that has been shown to have significant health benefits, both physically and mentally. Okay, so the government recommends 150 minutes of exercise in a week, which comes out to about 20 minutes a day. And this exercise doesn't need to be doing sprints or riding your bicycle for miles and miles. This could be as easy as walking. Really just getting up and moving around helps the brain to release these feel-good chemicals, which are called endorphins. They're the body's natural painkillers. And what we know is that these help us to feel a little bit better. And so that's why we recommend doing this to help with stress or anxiety. And it's something that in as little as a week or two, after you're consistently adding exercise into your routine, most people notice that they do feel that stress isn't weighing on them quite as much as it was before. So this is one of those strategies that is highly recommended for many reasons. And of course, it's hard to get started, but once you're able to build that habit, it becomes much easier. And I think at a later date, I'm going to do a blog specifically on exercise and how to work it into your schedule. Okay, the next one is having a gratitude journal. So for this, what we want to do is at the end of each day, just somewhere on a notebook, a journal, a sheet of paper, just at the end of the day, write down 3 things that you are grateful for that happened that day. Okay, and this could be as simple as having food to eat, having a shelter over your head, or it could be something like your child giving you an unexpected "I love you," or your boss praising something that you've done. What we really want you to do though is think back over the course of the day and force yourself to find 3 things that you're grateful for, because when we're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, it is really easy to forget those things happen, that there are things each day that we can be grateful for. And so we want to retrain the brain to remember those things. And as an added side benefit of this is you're going to have a document that during those really low periods you can go to and look at and read and see that there have been some good things that have happened recently. Okay? The next one is social connection. If you read my post on The Upside of Stress, the book by Dr. Kelly McGonigal, one of the things that I mentioned in there was that when we're feeling stressed, our brain releases this chemical called oxytocin, which is affectionately known as the cuddle hormone, because it promotes our desire to have social connection with others. Okay, she refers to it as the tend and befriend reaction to stress. And so when we're with people we care about, when we spend quality time talking to our friends, to our family, or even volunteering to help people, at like a soup kitchen or a homeless shelter, something like that, we're actually utilizing that oxytocin and rewarding ourselves with those connections. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, it can be easy to forget about doing that stuff, because you want to just curl up in a ball, go under the blanket, and not get out and do anything. But there really is significant positive benefit to maintaining those social connections even when you're not really feeling like it. So that's the third one. Trying to schedule a coffee with a brother or a sister or your mother, or meeting up with a friend, getting a drink, something like that. Even just FaceTime or talking on the phone. But maintaining those connections that are important to you can really be beneficial. And the final thing is valued living. And this isn't so much of a quick fix strategy as something you can just easily work into your day, because it's going to look different depending on what the value is. But what this is helpful for is giving you something to strive for. Okay, so to start with this, there are worksheets and exercises to help you identify your personal values. And so these are things that are important to you, that you want to live your life in these different realms. So for example, for some people, family is really important. Okay, and so when you get really overworked and you got these big deadlines and projects, it can be very easy to neglect that part. And so by identifying what these values are, what things are important to you, you can figure out what specific activities will help you to do that better. So for the person who does too much at work, it might be each morning remembering to go in and kiss each child before they go to work, or if they have to be working late, to do a video chat and say goodnight to their kids before they go to sleep. But something to help them feel like they are really fulfilling that value, that thing that's important to them. And these values, they cover all different aspects of life. It could be family, it could be an intimate relationship, it could be work, it could be entertainment and hobbies, and could be spiritual. There are many different avenues of life where it can be helpful to know what your values are, so you can see where you're doing well and the things that you might want to change to do a little bit better. Okay, so these are 4 tips that maybe we don't always think about when we're trying to overcome this stress and anxiety that's just plaguing us in our daily lives. So I hope that that's helpful. If you have any questions about them, please feel free to reach out. 727-469-3008 or Kevin at HydePsychology.com. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.